everybody. What's going on? What's happening, guys?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Megacon Recap Show. We thought you guys might like to know everything that happened, and now I'm back in my house, and Ken's in his room, and Annika never left San Diego, so, she's still there. So we thought she'd come on. Maybe she has some questions for us. I think she got a piece of artwork we may let her see. Maybe, I don't know.
The giraffe.
Your giraffe, yeah, exactly. So for anybody who doesn't know, I don't know, you must live under a rock, but we did. Oh, there it is. That's it.
Oh, that's a good one too. I should get. I want to get one of those.
Somebody else already got one in Megacon. Thank you very much, sons of bitches.
Yeah, they stole Ken's idea, but they had a whole theme book, didn't they, Ken? Like all stick figures.
There's a guy walking around with a sketchbook of all stick figures.
Ew.
From different artists, yeah.
They're kind of cool. Like Bill did a fully rendered Homer head with a stick figure body. It was pretty funny.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Crazy. But yeah, we had listen. It was a very big experience for us to do the con. It was our first con. It was the first time I met Ken in person, and he's just as handsome as he is on here. So ladies, don't be jealous. He's married, and yeah. And it was really good times.
I was my wife. It helps.
I got to meet Naranga came, and then I got to meet Naranga in person. I have made so many friends during the pandemic who I've never met in person, so it's very cool to actually be able to be in the same room with them and hang out. And we both actually, Naranga and I both went to Ken's house over the weekend. We got to be in that actual room where all that beautiful art is.
On my patio.
I don't know about they. I know I did.
They fought with the motion detector lights that I have outside that also go off every 30 seconds. And
nothing like having a conversation every 30 seconds. You got to go to get the lights to go back on.
It sounded like a good idea when I put them in.
Yeah. No. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. But it was a really great time. So we're gonna give you some highlights and some not so highlights, and just kind of got to fill you guys in on what happened. And we're gonna show some art tonight that we have for sale, and we may or may not let Annika see her piece she got over the weekend. I don't know. It depends on.
It's in a pile. I have no idea.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, first of all, let me address that kind of stuff. So I know we posted some things about being off the grid. I am off the grid. Don't bother me. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm irritated. I'm frustrated. Jeff put it out very eloquently. From noon Friday until 4:30 on Sunday, we had a fantastic show. But the time before that and the time after that was holy hell. And I'm not going to get into specifics or anything, but let's just say that Murphy's Law was in full effect. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. And that happened. We first had Ron Wilson cancel on us last minute because he had a death in the family. Larry missed his flight due to some, mishap, but his bag made it on the plane. And his bag had all the art in it.
And we're gonna say magically his bag made it.
Yes.
From the airport to us. We're not saying how it did.
We will not discuss any federal laws that may or may not have been broken.
Listen, it was on the plane. It got off the plane. We ended up with it.
And it ended up in my car. That's all we know.
Yeah.
So, we were able to retrieve the art, but then Larry eventually made it. And Bill had some issues with flooding in his town where, he didn't know if he was going to make his flight.
Ooh.
And then Alex took a bus from El Paso.
Mm-hmm.
Because he doesn't like to fly, and buses. What can happen on a bus? It only arrived 28 hours late. So yeah, there was a few little mishaps that happened along the way, but once the gang was all there, we were all systems go, and it was pretty fun. We got to meet a lot of our 4C people that we got to see, put faces to, shake hands, gave out some T-shirts. Hopefully we're going to see those at different cons and things like that.
Absolutely.
I'm really excited about that. And, I think all in all 4C had a very nice presence at MegaCon, which is what we wanted. And, we made some contacts. We made some connections. Not as many as we would have liked to, because quite frankly, we were just too busy. to do anything. I mean,
Yeah.
I did not. The only time I walked the show floor was when the lights were out and it was time to leave. That was basically it. That was basically it. I did go over to where I did visit our Ariel a few times. I went to talk to her, and Ariel happened to be sitting next to Frank Cho. So I was, because I had the luxury of being at home. I went home and I pulled out. I collect these big IDW books, and I have a big Frank Cho one. I said, "Oh my God, what are the chances I can get this signed?" So I brought it to the show and
go full screen and show
the line
him.
was ridiculous. You can never get near Frank Cho's line. So I said to Ariel, "You're sitting next to him. Could you maybe possibly?" And she's like, "Well, I'll try."
Go full screen, Ken. Go full screen. Go full screen. Go full screen. So this is these characters that you see here. All these full figures are printed in the inside of the book. So when Ken, there we go. So here, why don't you show them the autograph you got? Oh wait, what is that? A little closer. A little closer. So he got a little Wolverine with his signature.
Wow.
So yeah. So that was a highlight.
That
was a highlight for sure.
Absolutely. He came back with he was giddy as a schoolgirl when he got that. Because there was some trials and tribulations. We didn't know if it was going to get signed. We didn't know if Ariel misunderstood him and was going to sign it herself. There was some crazy stuff going on over there.
Yeah, when I first brought it over to her, she's like, "You want me to sign this?" I was like, "No, I want you to get Frank to sign it." She's like, "Oh, I don't know if I can do that." I was like, "Okay, well, if you can't do it, don't worry about it." I was just, seeing if it could happen, and but she got it done. So Ariel, I love you. You know that. Thank you very much.
Yep, everybody. Ariel Diaz, she's the bomb.
She is. She's the bomb. We would have liked to have done something, but it was just too busy. I mean, we went out to dinner one night, Jeff, Aranga, and Bill, and then the second night, I brought Aranga and Jeff back to my home, and beers were exchanged, and things happened, and
Well, don't make it sound like that. That doesn't sound very good.
Oh, what kind of things?
No things. There was no things happening.
But from a COVID standpoint, I mean, everybody in the place was wearing a mask.
Oh wow.
MegaCon, they had a very strict policy. They were throwing people out. I personally witnessed a security guard walk up to a person and say, "Do you have a mask?" And they said no. And they said, "Here's a mask. Put it on, or I will escort you out right now." So they were not playing with that stuff. So it was from that regard, it was a very nice, and hopefully it doesn't become a super spreader event. We were on a Zoom call on Saturday night, and somebody said, "What did you guys get from MegaCon?" And somebody said Delta.
Yeah, the Delta variant. That was pretty funny.
Hopefully that's not the case, but it was fun. It was fun. We had a good time. Very tired. Very long days. Very long nights. Lots of walking.
Yeah, and because it's not a normal for these are conventions. These are the first conventions that I had been to since pre-pandemic. So normally places don't close until they normally would close. They would close at 2:00 in the morning. They would close. Everything closes basically at night at midnight. So when you get out of the show and you go out to dinner and then we definitely got the lights turned off on us and our drinks taken out of our hands more than once in the couple days we were there because you're there, you're out, it's after the show, everybody's trying to get reservations for dinner. You get a reservation, it's 8:45. By the time you finish eating, the place is usually closed. Then you go get a drink somewhere, you have a conversation, an hour rolls by, next thing you know they're telling you got to get out and go, and you're like, oh, you don't want to be the last ones in the restaurants or in the bars, so very politely take off. I do remember one night when they were very not so subtly trying to kick Aranga and Bill Morrison and I out of a bar where he went to go pay his tab and they said they already ran it. He was like, "No, we already ran it." He was like, "But I wanted to leave you," and they were just and they walked away. So he was like, "All right."
Wow.
So he didn't even get a chance to give him a tip because they wanted to get rid of us so badly. So that was kind of okay. All right, I guess we're leaving. So I don't know, but it was fun. We had a lot of fun. The first night, Ken and I were the only ones there because Aranga's flight also got pushed from late. He wouldn't have been able to hang out on Thursday anyways, but his flight got pushed from late Thursday to the morning on Friday. So he was there pretty much for the whole show, but he didn't get there until the morning. So Ken and I went out to dinner and at my hotel, which I'm going to tell anybody if they ever are driving to the airport or to the Hyatt in the airport in Orlando, The Hyatt is physically in the center of the airport. So just look.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, don't you remember? Like, so we're driving, and he has his GPS on, and we're trying to find out how to get to the Hyatt. And I'm just thinking it's near the Hyatt. I'm thinking it's adjacent to the airport. It's like it's right there. Well, we're like driving down the middle of the road. Then all of a sudden, his GPS says you have arrived. We're in the middle of the road going to airport, and we're like, arrived where? And it took us another ride around to realize that we actually had to pull into parking at the airport to park the car, and then we found it in the middle. I didn't notice where it was when I got there because Ken picked me up right off the plane on Thursday, and we got to go in and got to set up the show and stuff and went over there. So,
and then we parked on the top level of the parking garage and went to his, we had something to eat, and then he said he wanted to walk me back to my car, and we walked to the top level of the garage, and it was like we're on the wrong building.
Because there's a Terminal A and a Terminal B. So we were and they're identical looking when you're walking. So we then had to go all the way back and walk to there was a lot of walking. Ken usually does, what'd you say, 3,000 steps?
3,000, 4,000 steps a day. I was doing 10, 11, 12,000 a day,
Yeah. So he was definitely getting his steps in during the time.
I got my steps in full sure. I'm looking at my phone. Today I did 980. That's how tired I am. Where I haven't moved today.
But day 2 was great. Once we got everybody there, everybody kind of trickled in, and by about 12:30, we had the whole crew. Everybody was there, and it was really, really. And once it started going and people started coming, it was so much fun. Ken and I had a little pride battle. We both designed. We had Bill. We helped him create T-shirts and posters based on characters. So I did. Well, here's the original. I did this wonderful President Loki, sort of in a Captain Hook type Disney style, with the Loki gator. So that's the original art. Yeah, so we put that on shirts and we put that on prints. And then Ken.
I have to grab it.
Oh, you got to grab. You should have been grabbing it while I was showing off. What are you doing, buddy?
I'm still
So then Ken decided when I was telling him we need to make this into a shirt that he wanted Bill to do. And give all credit to someone who commissioned Bill to do this. They commissioned Bill to do a Bart Simpson as Ghost Rider, and we thought it looked so incredibly great that we commissioned the same character and of course a different form, different pose, different outfit, and Ken got Bill to do it, and he put that on a T-shirt and a print, and we were having a little grudge match over which one was going to sell more. And who was going to be able to sell more there. So every time one of us sold one, it was like, look what I sold. Look how many I did. Look what I got. Look what, And every single time, it was a no loser for Bill because Bill did them both. So every single one was, one Bill did. So it's like, which Bill piece do you like better?
Those were cool shirts.
Oh yeah. So I took one of those home for myself. Ken got one of his shirts. He gave his wife and his daughter one of my shirts because they liked it. And by the way, just saying this while he's looking for this piece, Ken's daughter, Cheyenne, saved our lives. She literally went above and beyond. She helped redo flights. She helped us acquire this magical bag somehow that was going to arrive somewhere. She took artists back to their hotel rooms. She picked them up. When we needed change, she was just like, honestly, in all seriousness, that we would not have been able to function as a show if it was not for her. So I don't know if she ever watches these, but I have to thank Cheyenne so much for everything that she did for us. It was just, it was incredible having her there and helping out. And she sat with Alex Rigel all weekend and helped him keep track of his selling and his stuff and what he was autographing and everything. And it was just, it was so nice to have her there and have another person. And, because of her, we were able to let Oranga came down to help us out, but we wanted to make sure Oranga got some time to show off what he could do. But there you go. So there's the design color one that was on the prints and the shirts for the Loki, President Loki and Loki Gator. And then there you go. What did we decide on? Bart Rider or Ghost Bart or Ghost Bart Rider? I don't know.
Bart Rider? Yeah, something like that.
Somebody bought the original to that too, right?
He did. Someone came to the show. He bought the original. He got a print and he bought a shirt because he wanted to make sure he had it and all. So he got the trifecta.
Love it.
So that was a good time.
The other print we had was, the Snivel War.
The Snivel War,
One.
which is just awesome. It's our Civil War tribute with Futurama versus Simpsons, and we had Bill do that. We still have the original art for that. If anybody is interested, for the wonderful price, you get 10 characters and a donut, and it's $600. If anybody would like it, it's right there, 11 by 17. It is so killer. Everybody,
donut. You can't.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you guys get it, we'll send you a print. And if anybody is on right now and gets it, we will throw in one of the shirts, whichever one you want. Yeah, we're gonna throw in a shirt. I just made that up right now. Ken didn't even know, because I know you guys think that it's Ken and then it's like Jeff, but as you see, we're split right down the middle. I can make stuff too. So, but this is another great thing about this. If you guys do that, if somebody takes the art, we'll give you all 3 prints for all of Bill's stuff. We'll give you one of the shirts, but you have to pick only one shirt, because I think you're going to pick mine, and that's why I'm doing it, to show Ken that I picked the right one. So this is your Edward versus what's the other guy's name? Choice. Team Edward and Team something. What was that called?
Twilight.
Vampire movie?
The Twilight thing. Yeah.
Isn't it Jacob?
Jacob. Are you Team Jacob or Team Edward? That's what you got to pick. You got to pick, right? Are you Loki or are you Bart Ryder? We want to know.
And we were only one T-shirt apart in sales.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
By the way, Ken, did Constance ever come back to the table at all?
No, I never saw Constance again.
Yeah. What's that one? I'm sorry. What is that?
Mm.
What are you showing? No.
Oh no, I missed it. I was responding to Bacon. No, my giraffe.
Nope, you can't see it. Sorry. Well, everybody stay tuned to see this wonderful piece by the insanely talented, my friend, Mr. Jay Lee, who was right next to us the whole time, and it was so great rehashing old times, because I've known Jay for 30 years. Since he first started, and it was so great to catch up with him. And Annika contacted us that she was wondering if we could help her get a piece, which all she really needed us to do was pick it up, because she was handling everything. Although she did send me on a wild goose chase one day, back and forth when she couldn't decide what she wanted. So we'll show it a little bit later. But we really want to do this recap to let you guys know how great a time we had and how wonderful it is, and how we're going to be doing more stuff, and blow it up full screen. Blow it up full screen. Move it a little closer, Ken. Lean it back a little bit. Look, there you go.
I can't even.
So,
You're
closing the Annika pile.
Yeah. Annika has to come to the East Coast to get all of this art. We're not going to send it in.
Oh, I'm going to go to. I'm pretty sure I'm going to Heroes. I think you convinced me.
Bravo.
And if 4C's at Heroes, then I'll help.
Well, I will be at Heroes, representing myself. I hope 4C will be there as well. We hopefully have big plans for 2022, but honestly, we're just happy we got through this weekend. It's sort of like we felt like we kind of survived our first throw into the fire, and
a big one too.
And it was. I mean, listen, you couldn't ask for more stuff to. I've always said this. Whenever I start somewhere or I do something new, I kind of want everything to go wrong so that I'm prepared. Because if everything goes right, then you're never prepared when everything goes wrong. But we definitely didn't expect this much stuff to kind of go awry, and but we still weathered it. I mean, first show during a pandemic, with all the logistical problems and everything that went on, and we still made it all the way through, and we still had a great time. So we'll be much better prepared for the next show, and we're looking for big things even for the rest of this year, let alone next year. So
yeah.
So Ken,
I'll be on a plane in 4 days to Kansas City to hang out with Bill at PlanetCon. So
exactly.
And I found my buddy Doug Mankey's going to be there, and JJ. So it even gives me more of a reason to want to hang out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to that. And who knows, maybe something will happen with Doug in 4C. I'm not saying, but maybe, something might have.
Something might have something.
We'll see. Doug's a friend of mine. JJ's a good friend of mine. So we'll see. We'll see. Talks were made. Talks were happened.
Exactly. And we approached several creators at MegaCon, and we're going to see what comes of those. So
Becker's Bill. I told Bill he's still finishing up some of the commissions, and I said I'll try not to splatter barbecue sauce all over them as you're finishing them. So that's that may happen. Who knows?
Exactly.
But yeah, let's real quick. Let's show. I mean, people are probably waiting to see some art. So
sure. They're tired
of
the
things that we came back with. That we can that we are going to be offering up here. Hold on a second.
Well, first off, if anybody would like, we have both of the T-shirts, the Ghost Riders in black, I think I have. Oh, it's probably downstairs. I have the Loki one is in sort of a nice gray. They're very comfortable. We have them in large and extra large. If anybody who's on would like one, they are $30 a shirt. Just let us know. We'd be more than happy to do it. We'll figure out, how much to do. Postage might be a little less than our normal $15. If you guys do that, we can probably work something out with that a little bit cheaper. So if you're interested, let us know.
And we might do a war one too.
Mm-hmm.
But so here's some Larry Showman art we came home with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
so
wow.
This is a.
It's got a little wasp. It's got Black Widow, Incredible Hulk, and Captain America. What do we have on this piece, Ken? Was it
a 300?
300.
300. Yeah.
Wow. That's an insane price.
11 by 17. Once again, if anybody's interested in any of these, just you don't. This isn't a claim show. You don't have to be like, oh my God, claim. We'll But if you see one and you love it, just go ahead and claim it out if you want it.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan, I can't believe this one. I still had this one. So when Larry had it on the table, I took some of the ones I liked, and I can believe that one was still there. So
yeah,
it's a great piece. Let me see how I can show the next one. Hold on one second. I'm trying to figure this out a sec.
you should just do it, Lucas. I mean,
what's that?
Lucas is very tempted by it. I'll be the little devil on the shoulder.
Yeah, there you go. Here's the original piece that Javier did for us. It was supposed to be an homage to Jeff. You can explain what it was supposed to be.
Well, it was supposed to be basically what we wanted him to do was sort of like the exact cover for the classic Superman versus Spider-Man comic book that was famously done by like Ross Andrew and then Neil Adams redid all the Superman faces, and Terry Austin did all the background. They wanted this book to look pretty. So I thought, well, why don't we do like a modern rendition of it, and we'll have Supergirl and, well, originally I'd said Spider-Woman, but then we Spider-Gwen came up, and I was like, oh, it's a much better idea. So we have Spider-Gwen and Superwoman. He changed the angle on it a little bit. So it's not it's more like another angled version of sort of like the same similar thing. But this is also 11 by 17. It's in pencil. We do have a print of this. If anybody who gets this we'll give you a color print of it, and we also made pencil prints of it because Javier did not color it. We had a colorist do it, another colorist. So we wanted to also keep the true pencils as a print. So you'll get we'll give you a couple of the prints if you want, and it's only $200. So it's a freaking steal.
And actually, I'm probably going to auction it off.
Oh, you know what? That's right. We talked about that. I think we are going to auction it off.
So auction it off on the 4C page, for anybody who may want it. I'm doing that tomorrow. I'm not going to tell you the details of it, but let's just say you probably want to pay attention to the 4C page tomorrow for some of the art drops that are going to happen, because some of them might be pretty interesting prices for you. And of course, Ron Wilson didn't make it to the show, but he did send art that we were making prints of and things like that. So this was one of the pieces that Ron did.
That's such a cool piece.
Yeah,
Captain America 230 cover recreation.
Mm-hmm. Once again, full 11 by 17. We had another cover recreation that he did for us. We actually sold it at the show, even though Ron wasn't there. So these things are definitely worth having.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
this will be available if anybody's interested. $250. Just claim it if you want it. If you don't, nobody claims it tonight, I'll post it tomorrow on the 4C site. But there's more. There is more.
These are insane prices.
I'm sorry?
These are insane prices.
I know.
Yeah, you know, it's the post show hangover. Take advantage of us while we're groggy.
Right, exactly. We're crazy. We're slashing prices.
And then this is the Civil War piece, which is honestly just I'm shocked it didn't sell at the show.
It's so
It
good.
could have been the fact that we kind of had it tucked away behind everybody so no one would see it, because I almost want to keep it.
Well, that's the thing is,
not.
when I asked Ken what price he wanted to put on it, because I wanted to know how much I was going to buy it for, and what you know, being the true people that we are, we're going to offer it to you guys first. And this is not even kidding. Ken would be perfectly fine keeping this, and I would be incredibly fine keeping this. So you know, you guys, if nobody else wants it, then it doesn't. You know, it's not going to bother us at all. But we want to offer it up to you guys because you're not going to find. I mean, you never know. I mean, this thing it's I don't know. It's insanely great. And it comes with a color print too. We have a color version of it, so you don't have to worry about getting it colored. Bill did all of the colors for all three of the pieces for the prints. Bill did the coloring digitally himself. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so they're all those prints is basically, you know, the digital colors by the artist. So, and of course we'll include one print if anybody wants to buy either one of the two, or three. I kind of want to keep this one myself, but if anybody's interested in this one,
oh, that's a good one too.
we'll post that one up there too.
Oh, I definitely put you on full screen.
Yeah, there you go. So you've got your wonderful Loki Gator.
Right behind our booth was an actual alligator in Loki ear with Loki helmet on.
Yeah,
taking pictures with everybody. We gave my daughter one of those shirts, and we gave my future son-in-law the Ghost Rider shirt, and told them to just walk around the show on Sunday. But they had to go get their picture taken with the Loki Gator, and my daughter wouldn't do it. So this is a piece that Jeff bought.
That's such a great piece.
From Bill.
Yeah.
What was that? That's merchandising art, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good for you, Jeff. I'm
pretty
about that.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's a deal. It was a deal and a half, and he didn't give me any kind of discount. He was just selling them at really great prices.
Yeah,
they were.
I walked around the show for, all weekend saying I haven't gotten anything. I haven't gotten anything. I haven't gotten anything, and then finally it was literally 5:00. The show's ending, and I saw Tyler Kirkham, and him and I had a conversation, and he had one of his portfolios out, and I was flipping through it, and I stopped on this piece, and I was like, whoa, is this really like this much money? And I was like, what is it? And he said, well, it's a detective comic. He said, I don't know if it was used for a cover or splash. He said, but I did it for a detective comic run. So, yeah, this is the piece I picked up. Hold on.
I was going to say, you still had me on full screen. I was trying to take advantage of the time.
I recognize that profile.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. I'm going to get all up in here. I don't have my glasses on. Sorry, guys. Get real close.
Nora's still pissed at him for what he did, but yeah, this is an amazing piece. I was pretty happy with it.
Clint, the Civil War is $600, and the Loki we're doing for $5. If you want the originals, this one the Loki Gator is a little bit bigger than 11x17. So those are the asking prices for those two pieces. If anybody wants either one of them, once again they'll come with some stuff. We throw some stuff in. We do stuff for people. That's what we do.
Here's a Larry Stroman Nightcrawler piece.
Ooh.
Looks like he farted an atomic bomb.
That's the way to sell it, Ken.
Now you'll never unsee it.
Oh, that's so funny.
This one's $150. For anybody who might be interested in that. And again, if you don't claim it tonight, it's going on the 4C page tomorrow. And then you've got a race with the people who may want it.
Mm-hmm. But anybody who's brave enough to be on with us tonight, thinking that we're doing a live claim show and it's just us yapping.
And a Wolverine by Mr. Stroman. $150 for this one too. All 11x17. And this one's Veronica. She won't buy it though. It's not Jane Foster.
Is it X-23?
Little X-23.
That one is pretty sick though.
150 on this one, guys.
See, it's the same price he was doing stuff for at the con. If you had been at the con, this is the kind of thing you would have gotten for the same price. So this is and these are way more done. They're actually a lot more detailed than some of the ones.
And you have to understand with this piece, look at all of that black. I mean, Larry just emptied an ink bottle on this piece.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of the pieces he was doing at the show, they weren't getting that treatment around the outsides like these were. These pre-done pieces were definitely getting a little more, love. This is another piece that everyone looked at, but nobody pulled the trigger on, and I'm shocked. It's just the three lovely ladies. Is that what this is? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Psylocke, Storm,
$200. $200, and this one's yours.
Wow.
That's great. Wow.
I love his negative space with her hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So cool. Gosh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I brought other things like, some of the PGX remarked books and stuff like that. So you've got the Bill Morrison here remarked. What is this? This is Simpsons Comics number 31 with the Kaufman cover that he remarked. That's slabbed. And we had these out. We discounted the price on those. If anybody's interested in these, just let me know, and I will give you a good deal on it. This one is the color remark one.
Oh, those are nice.
Color remark.
Yeah, I mean and he did so many of those on pop dolls. He did some originals on paper. I mean, people were just going crazy for that stuff. Do you have any of the examples of the pop dolls? Did we bring any of those back, or we sold almost all of them, didn't we?
The pop dolls, I don't have any examples.
Yeah, they were
sold
just
them all. We couldn't keep them. After the first day, we were kind of worried that I invested all this money in these pop dolls, and no one was buying them. And then by Saturday, I was wondering if I had enough because everybody was buying them.
Yeah,
wow.
And we had somebody who got two sketches, full color sketches. One was Homer, one was Bartman, and while he was waiting for his Bartman to be finished, he bought two pop dolls and got them remarked as well with color prints. So they just couldn't get enough. Radioactive Man.
Morrison with a Radioactive Man.
And isn't there the big one of Ursula's coming out too, the oversized one?
Yeah. Well, one thing I did buy, I bought two of the oversized Superman ones that had the Action Comics number one in the background, and somebody bought both of them and had them remarked.
Wow, I love that piece.
Full color piece. This one, I don't know, might not be selling this one. We might be. We worked out a deal with CBCS. They are going to let me facilitate for Larry and Bill.
Congratulations.
So, I can submit now for them through CBCS. So that's going to happen. I already showed this one. So if anybody wants any of these Bill Morrison, except for the painted Batman Joker, the PGX ones, let me know. I will give you an amazing price for any or for all, whatever you want to do. But I also do still have the Jim Shooter. Now, Jim Shooter was at the show, surprisingly, only signing graded stuff.
Oh.
So if you were to get something like this at the show and then have it, slabbed and graded, at the end of the day, you'd be around probably $200 for the fees. If anybody wants these, they are going to be significantly less. So that was one of them.
A steal.
This is one of them.
And I don't think he wasn't really doing remarks this weekend, was he?
No, he wasn't doing any sketching at all.
No, just signing.
A few times. This reminds me of Spider-Man's back.
Yeah.
Huh. That looks...
Does it look familiar?
Yeah, maybe.
That's the thing.
Oh, that's a cool one. It's pretty big.
And then another Spider-Man. So again, I'm going to be blowing these things out for a steal if anybody wants them. Hell, the prices I'm going to be putting on these things, you could just tear them out and have them reslabbed, and you'd still be making out. If you wanted to get it done by one of the other
CGC or now we're going to be with CBCS. So
CBCS, yep. But 4C. One thing 4C did this weekend is we began an evolution. We are evolving. We are going to start turning the corner on different things. We're going to be changing some business models. We're going to be shedding some skin, trimming the fat.
Snakes.
The roster will change very soon. We will be subtracting before we're adding, but yes, we will be saying goodbye to some creators that we work with because we have to evolve. We have to move on. No ill will. It's business, and I've got to do what I got to do to keep my business moving. So it is what it is. But we still have our staples, and we're going to continue, and hopefully we're going to add some more people to the roster that way, and continue to grow this thing. We're going to continue to still do live sketches whenever we can get people booked, and offer a commission list. We're going to take we're going to pump the brakes a little bit because I have so much catching up to do. I have
Stacks.
Jim Shooter gave me all of a bunch of his sketches from commissions. Ariel gave me all of her sketches from the 12-hour live show. I had people ordered stuff. Comics, prints, live claims. I've got a tremendous amount of stuff to do, and I'm leaving for Kansas City in 3 days. So I'm not doing any of that stuff. And that's why I kind of told Jeff, I said, you need to tell everybody I'm off the grid. Leave me alone. And of course, the minute I say that, I get 10 text messages. I'll get to it. If I have your art, I'll get to it. If you're going to be impatient, well, sorry. You can either wait or I'll refund you. I mean, it's just that easy. I'm only one man. I can only do so much. So, it was a very busy weekend. I have a tremendous amount of work to do. Oh, and I have a real job, by the way. So I've got to squeeze that in somewhere along the line, Right. Actually doing work. So just be patient, guys. I mean, we're always looking out for you. We're doing the best for you. I mean, there were situations this weekend where we were talking to people about doing live shows, and when they came up to us with certain prices and things like that, I passed. I'm not interested in doing that kind of stuff.
Right.
There's other guys we talked to who they may be over a little higher price than we're used to, but if I get them on the show, I'm sure there's going to be some jaw dropping going on.
Yeah.
So but it won't be the status quo. It'll be the exception.
Right.
It'll be extra for what we do.
Yeah, and just remember that he's gonna get all that stuff out to you guys. It's there. He's working on it. You're not forgotten. Anything that you did through 4C, you are gonna get. You're gonna get it. So you just gotta. You remember, we're all still dealing in this world and this stuff, and because I can't stay there and live with Ken for a month, it's only him going through all this stuff that he has to do. So just please give him time. If you got stuff from some of our artists in the past, we're trying to be nice and help you guys out to make good on some of those things, but they honestly have nothing to do with us. They're between you and the artist, but we understand that you are trying to get them from the artist, so we're trying to work with you. But in the end, you're asking us to make good on something that we had nothing to do with. So please just bear with us. We're going to try to help. But if you keep badgering us, I mean, it's literally, would you want somebody coming up to you at your job and telling you, can you help me out with this thing that you had nothing to do with because of somebody now? It just doesn't work. So like I said, we're going to keep trying. We're going to keep doing. We're going to try to satisfy every single person, but everybody knows there's no way to do that. So please be patient and pestering is just it's not gonna help anything. So Ken's got another show in a week. We just came off our biggest show, our first show ever. He's got stacks of artwork he's got to go through. So if you guys want him to do that stuff, every time he's got to stop to answer to somebody why he can't get them their stuff, it's time away from him getting people their stuff. So just give him some time.
Yeah, I have ADHD. So if I'm in the middle of doing something and somebody asks me a question, I stop what I was doing there and move on to that, and then I forget what I was doing here. So it is what it is. But I'm doing my best, guys. And I know most of you out there are patient and understand, and you're not bugging me if you haven't talked to me in a few weeks and I haven't gotten back to you on something.
Right.
I don't feel as though you're bugging me about stuff. I try to answer you the best I can, as quickly as I can. But a lot of times I don't have answers. I'm waiting for an artist to tell me something. I'm waiting for this. I might be out, and I could be driving in my car, and if you text me, I'll answer you at a light. It's just the way I am. I want to respond to people in a very timely manner.
Yep.
So that's just the way I am. I don't
Mm-hmm.
I want people to understand that I appreciate each and every single person who's watching,
Everybody.
part of the page, who does everything for me, because this is a small business that I'm trying to scale.
Yeah.
And
Like,
as we scale, there's going to be growing pains, and we've got to do what we have to do. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but we appreciate it. We handed out so many 4C T-shirts just because somebody would come up and they would be like, "Oh, yeah," and they'd start talking to us. Be like, "What size shirt do you wear?" We just give them a shirt. We love it that people love our stuff and love everything that we do, and they want to be a part of it, and we want to reward that with stuff.
The coolest thing was not only that, but creators were coming to the table. If I went to a creator's table just to like look through their portfolio or ask them a question, they'd be like, "Hey, 4C, what's up, guy?" They know who we are. So we're gaining steam that way. It's a nice feeling.
That's
It
awesome.
definitely feels like it did back when I was starting my sports marketing company. It started to steamroll where people started to recognize who we were and what we were offering, and then it just exploded. So I think we're on the cusp of that. So I'm really excited.
Yeah. So that's what that's the thing. That's why we've got all the stuff that's weighing us down, that's stopping us from moving on to that. That's why we've got to sort of, trim the fat, so to speak. So
yeah, because there are just some things that it's like trying to walk through mud. It can only get so deep, and it's starting to drag me down. So I got to get out of it. I have to get out of the mud, and it's not going to make everybody happy because they want me to help them deliver on things, but I can't move forward if I don't do these things to help I have to think of it from a company standpoint, not a personal standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it's got to go. But I don't want to make this a downer, and I don't want to freak anybody out or anything. But I'll always do what I can for anybody whenever I can, no matter what.
Right.
No matter what
happens.
Yep.
I'm gonna always try to do the best for you. Because listen, the most important people in the place are the people who patronize the site, who come to the shows, who message me just to say, "Hey Ken, hope you're doing okay." That means a lot to me, guys. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
Don't everybody do it though. I mean,
Yes.
I'm going to bed after this. So.
Right. So yes, listen. So if anybody needs anything, Ken's not he's not in a coma. He's going to be looking at his Facebook stuff. He's going to be doing that. But please, just if you have any questions that cannot wait to be answered, I will do my best to answer them for you. But let's let Ken finish doing what he's doing, worked on getting done what he needs to get done before he does Kansas City and does a whole new great show with Bill Morrison. So if you just give us a little bit of time, we're going to get everything out to you, and we're going to bring you more stuff, and we're going to bring you more creators. We're going to bring you more shows. We might eat, right now we're solid on Monday nights, but we were some talk of going back to Thursdays, which I'm sure some people were like, no, don't. And some people were like, yes, finally I can watch again. It's, we can't do them every day of the week. This is not CAF. We don't have a show every night. So we have to pick and choose.
Yeah. I think we're going back to Thursday claim shows. I got to talk to Jeff about it. He's got to work. We're going to see if his schedule works. But if we can work it out, I want to go back to Thursdays, or at least maybe Tuesdays. I don't think Mondays work very well. But Thursday was our day, and I thought it was getting a little crowded out there. But you know what? Thursday's our day. That's the day I want. That's
sure.
Weird. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I sometimes overthink things. But listen, 2022 is going to be different. I mean, we have things in the works. I mean, we're talking about a comic. We're talking about developing our own comic book. So there are things that are 4C could be a very different monster this time next year, or not exist at all. Who knows?
Roll the dice.
Roll the dice. If anybody doesn't know, Annika is an official member of the 4C family, in a sense that she is our social media director. So all those posts that you see on
the
Twitter,
director.
Instagram, or
Mm-hmm.
sometimes even on Facebook, that's all Annika doing all beautiful layouts and posts and things like that. And I
Fun.
needed somebody to improve our footprint on social media, so I asked her if she could do that, and she said she would.
I think Ken's exact words were, "Can you do some sort of hashtaggy, tweety kind of,
I think it was a little less
Twitter?"
technical what I said to her.
Yeah, yeah.
So like,
To
can you get
tag it,
those whippersnappers to join our group?
hashtag it. Do some pound sign stuff.
Pound sign.
Something.
Pound sign.
Pound sign. Oh, it is a pound sign originally. That's true.
We do have some fun stories. I want to tell you one real quick. I mean, when Jeff and I, Jeff and I, we are brothers now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we said to ourselves, what's it going to be like when we see each other for the first time? And Jeff said, I don't know. Are we going to like shake hands? Are we going to hug? Are we going to, what are we going to do? And we shook hands and we did a little bro hug, and that kind of thing. It's COVID. We don't want to,
Right.
And then Oranga shows up at this con, and I'm standing behind the table and I see Oranga, and he drops his bags and jumps in my arms like Yoda on Luke's back. Like, okay.
I wish if I had known he was going to do this, I would have pulled my phone out, taken a picture.
I literally jumped into my arms. I carried around like a
spider monkey. I love
like a spider monkey.
Jumped right in my, listen, if anybody doesn't know, Oranga's, he's not the tallest guy in the world.
Oh, he's not tall.
And I'm 6'1", so he climbed the tree and he.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is that's one of the fun things about meeting everybody, because you only know them from like the waist or chest up. You've never seen these people. So yeah, like I said, I'm not a tall guy either, but Oranga, I mean, he's not like super short, but he's not, he's under like 5'10". So it makes him a little, short. You just don't know what to expect because you only know him from here. Yeah. So you don't know, so it's like Ken could have been, he could have been 5 inches taller because I only know him here moving around his room, and I have no, there's nothing I have for scale. So you never know how big. So you see everybody, and all of a sudden it's just like, I'm like, Oranga, he's not, he could have been, 6'4" for all I knew until I saw him in person. So it's very fun to get to meet everybody and put,
Oranga, Larry missed his flight, so he was a day late, but Oranga was there, and everyone thought Oranga was Larry Stroman.
Well,
he up to the table and telling him how much they love the X Factor, was the beginning of their comic lives, and it was an inspirational book. And he goes, "Listen, I'm Stro Boy, not Stro Man."
What's really funny is Larry's been doing comics.
It happened a lot. It didn't happen once. That was the thing.
It happened a lot. Well, he was the only person who did not have, who wasn't a white Caucasian behind the table, and he was pretty much standing in the area where Larry's sign was. He has a beard, and we're all wearing masks, so you can't really see, everything. He's wearing a hat. You can't really tell, if you're going from a picture, and then there's the guy behind there, and you're kind of like, maybe it's the guy. You don't know. You don't have the picture up against their face. So it was pretty funny. It was how many times he got confused.
I don't Strowman. But on Sunday, this couple ladies came up to the table, and they're standing in front of me and they're staring at me, and I was like, yes, and they were like, oh my God, we're such big fans, and I was like, no, Bill's sitting here, and they were like, we know that, and I was like, oh, okay, they were talking to me. They
literally were fans of Ken.
Hey, Summer, go get your Bruce picture.
That's so cute.
I had a commission for my daughter. I'm gonna have her bring it in so I can show you guys.
Yeah, so Ken's famous. The ladies know him. The ladies love him.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah,
pretty funny.
I love it.
Listen. Yeah, nobody recognized me. I was a very incognito. I was telling Ken, I saw like a celebrity at the airport. I saw the lovely Amy Garcia from Lucifer and Dexter. She was in the airport eating a sandwich, and I like, well, I was like, do I know? And I was like, oh, that's right. So I was, and I remembered she was at the show. She was one of the celebrities that was doing signings at the show. That was pretty much it. That's the only like run-in I had with somebody anywhere, and it was at the airport when I was leaving.
This is what I got for my daughter. That's our dog Bruce, the one who always barks at you guys here. So we actually had an artist at our table who's a Disney artist. We gave him an end table, and he sat there all weekend and basically drew dogs on these stray dog covers.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
And I had him do Brucey Boy.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Listen. It's
And
a
the other
niche.
side, he had some other artists. What was his name again?
I don't know. Arung, something.
Aringa?
Yeah, it's something.
Aringa Degeneres or something like that. I don't know. He was at the other end. I know, but that was fun. I mean, I took pictures of Aringa with his setup and
That setup that y'all hooked him up with the banner, holy moly, that was sick.
Those table runners I bought as gifts for everybody who came to the show.
Oh, that's really
so every person had one. Unfortunately, Arangas and Bills didn't come until Saturday, so
they couldn't put them out until Sunday.
Right.
But we made do.
But they got to take them home. So now Aranga has a table runner. He can whenever he goes to cons, and I think he should consider doing more.
Because
he was actually a hit at the place, and
he's phenomenal. I love his work.
Absolutely.
So,
but
it was a good time had by all, I hope. I mean, there was like I said, the shit hit the fan multiple times, but it is what it is. We did our best.
Ken is the bigger version of Steve Rogers in the first Captain America movie. Listen, he gets knocked down, but he gets back up. He can do this all day. So nothing's ever gonna get this guy down. No matter how many times he gets knocked down, he's gonna get back up. So, like I said yesterday, he was down, and then here he is, bam, right back up again, right here, right where he wants to be.
I got out of bed. I went to bed. I got up and I had to take Lara to the airport. I got home around midnight last night because of a situation. I went home. I got home around 7:30, 8 o'clock last night from the show. I sat on my bed and I literally fell asleep sitting up.
Oh, wow.
And my phone rang and there was an emergency with one of the creators. And I got back in my car and went back out, and I didn't get home until midnight.
Oh my gosh.
And then I had to turn around and get up at 3 a.m. to take Larry to the airport. So, I was pretty tired today. And then I fell asleep. I woke up around 10 a.m. and I got up and I was heading upstairs. And my wife goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I got work to do." She said, "I thought you weren't doing this stuff today. You're staying off the grid." And I was like, "Yeah, no.
It's not in his blood, people. It's not in his blood. He can't do it."
I got stuff that needs to be done today. So, and I didn't even do some of the stuff I needed to be done. So I got to do it tomorrow. Yeah. We appreciate anybody who came by, who stopped by the table. Anybody who messaged me and wished us good luck. I mean, the outpouring of support and stuff the whole weekend from you guys on the posts we did, the live videos and stuff was amazing. It's I consider 4C more of a family and that means everybody who's in the group. You know what I mean? It's not a group. I wish I could change it to group to family because that's what it is. We got a family of people here, and hopefully we're going to keep bringing more content, more creators. But just be patient with us. Like I said, we're evolving, so we might have a weekly show right now for a bit, but we'll get back to it. I guarantee it. We will. As constant.
So I know we took off last Monday, and obviously we're here tonight doing this Monday. But so far we don't. Ken's going to be getting back on Sunday or Monday next week, probably Monday from the show. So we're probably not going to have a show next Monday night, but probably the week.
I'm certainly broadcast from Kansas City.
Yeah,
definitely from Q23. Right, Becker?
And
if he's still in the room.
There you go. And then, but hopefully the week after that, we'll get right back to business as usual and start doing some more stuff. So we'll let you guys know as soon as we know who's going to be there. And once again, we've got artists who were doing the Craig Hamilton sketch shop. He's been drawing stuff, so his stuff's going to start coming in fairly soon.
Yeah,
and then
Mike
we'll get
Carlo. I've been talking to him. He was running a little behind, but he's been showing me some stuff.
Right.
Andy Kuhn said that he had one more piece to do, and he'd be shipping out the commissions. So his stuff will be coming soon. Jim Shooter has a few more pieces to do, but he did give me a pile of stuff. Maybe I should pull that out and show the kind of stuff that Jim's putting out.
Yeah, you should, man. Listen, when we went down there, Ken gave me my stuff. Like I've got my wonderful piece that Ariel did for me during the 12-hour sketch-thon. So good. Ken just held these for me, and I got this one from Aaron Lepristi. I was in a very Black Widowy phase that week. It was was before Scarlett sued them. So,
but not only that, we're going to also help our creators evolve a little bit. So one of the things we're going to be a couple of things we're going to be doing is I'm going to start having Larry maybe do some pencil sketches. But one thing about Larry is you see him slinging that ink and doing these beautiful things. When Larry was creating comics, he was known as a super tight penciler.
Yeah.
So we want to get him back into that mode. And then I will offer inking options through creators, possibly like reuniting him with Al Milgrom.
Ooh.
So get the combo that worked on X Factor back together if you guys want to get them inked, or you can just do the pure pencils. We're going to offer both. It's just a different option than his ink wash. It's
And we had Larry recreate the X Factor 71 cover.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to have Larry recreate other covers that he did as special offerings. They will be very limited. We're not going to be cranking these out. These are going to be like
we're like
2 months kind of thing.
Yeah, sorry if you guys didn't get that. We know who got the X-Men 71 that we made into prints. That one's already sold. We're not going to do another one of those, not for a while. If he even does another one, he's done several X Factor books. He's done several other covers. We're not trying to flood the market with 15 of the same cover. We do want to make sure that everyone is as unique as a cover recreation can be. So he's definitely going to. But the great thing is all of Larry's work. He had the X Factor 75 cover, had the whole team, and Mr. Sinister. He had like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 other ones that had the whole team on them. Every single one is almost as great as that first cover that he did, even though that's the iconic one. So we're going to have him do those.
Real quick, I want to show some of the Jim Shooter stuff. So Jim Shooter's list is still open if anybody's interested, if anybody wants anything. And if you're not getting something from Jim, then you're kind of wasting an opportunity to get something from a legend. I mean, he's not known as an artist, but he was an artist. He did a lot of stuff early on in his career, layouts and prelims and things like that. So here is a Deadpool piece he did for somebody.
Wow.
The old Pez dispenser. And this is a Poison Ivy. And I posted these on 4C, but there might be people who haven't seen this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful Poison Ivy piece. And then Green Goblin.
That Green Goblin is just, the face is just awesome. Yeah. Come in closer on the face, Ken, a little bit. It's nice.
And then one of the better pieces we've seen.
I mean, look at that. Look at how great that Howard the Duck is. Come on.
Oh.
One of the conversations we had yesterday was with Larry, and we told him about the Howard the Duck that he did for a friend of ours with Swamp Thing.
So good.
Larry said, "You know what? I'm going to do another one of those, and we're going to make a print out of it." So that might happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Listen, I don't have much more to say, except thank you to everyone, and please be patient. If you are interested in anything we showed tonight, just reach out. You'll answer that one, but you won't answer me where my board is. Yes, you're goddamn right. You are 100% correct. I am very transparent. I will answer that one much quicker than where your art is. Trust me.
That's fair.
And it's not like we don't communicate. It's not like, anybody who's waiting on anything. Once again, anything that we've gotten for you, that if you message us once a month, that we're not getting back with you. And it's very few pieces that people have been waiting months and months for from us. I know there's several artists that have been under our umbrella that people got stuff from before we even existed as a company. And so, we've been trying to do our best to get those pieces out. But, when push comes to shove, 4C had nothing to do with that. So we'll do our best, but, bugging
I
us.
love guys who, they commission an artist that I work with to do something without me, but then they say to me, "Where's my art?" What are you asking me for? Ask him. Right? I don't got no skin in this game. Well, he said he sent it to you. Well, he didn't.
Yeah. Well, like I said, everybody knows that, if you want to get, that people have this thing about reps. There's a reason why artists have people that represent them and do this stuff. It's so they can focus on the art. But people want to pay the least amount of money for the art, so they'd rather just go straight through the artist. Well, then you have no. If that's what you're going to do, then you have no place to complain when you don't get your stuff in a timely manner.
Mhm.
So if you guys want to circumvent us to save a couple bucks, no one's stopping you. These artists are not under any kind of a contract with us. They're not under anything. They
I
do
have
their
no
own thing.
exclusives with anybody.
But don't come to us wondering where your stuff is when you didn't go through us to get it.
Right.
So,
Right.
you know,
the business has to change. I have to evolve, and that's part of it.
Mhm.
So, before we go, though, I did want to let Jeff maybe tell this story about the Jay Lee, Annika. I mean, it wouldn't be any fun if she wasn't here, wasn't hiding her face. See, listen, we're such nice guys that, people will say, hey, you're at the con. Can you help me get something? I said, absolutely. Ask Jeff.
Yeah. So Annika messages Ken. Ken tells me, because Ken knows that I know Jay. Well, she's basically, she set most of this stuff up with Jay's, his enabler. And so I'm like, I can, of course I can pick it up, but she wants, so I go over to Jay and I'm like, hey, Annika got this, she got this Catwoman from you with a cat, and she wants to get Harley with a dog facing the other way. And then originally Jay was going to model it after his dog, and it was all set and it was done. Yeah. And I was like, okay, so cool. So this is Saturday. It's a little busy. So I do that. I go back and I'm working. And then Jay, being the nice guy that he is, comes up to me and goes, does Annika have a dog? Does she want me to use her dog to design this? And I'm like, I don't know. All right, I'll message. So I get busy, and I message. Yeah. So I message Jay. I message Annika, and I say, Jay asked if you have a dog and you want him to use your dog. You send me a picture. Well, Annika has 2 dogs, and she can't pick which dog she wants on.
Make me Sophie's choice, my dogs.
So, and then she does.
Make you choose between one of my kids.
Yeah,
I did. Well, I did one, though.
But then she did. Then she chose one. So I take the picture. I'm going over to Jay, and I'm like, so here's the dog that she picked. He's like, all right, send me the picture. And then Jay goes, and I tell Jay, I'm like, she picked one. Here's the picture. And I said, she had to make a Sophie's choice. She has 2 dogs. And I'm like, finally, I think I'm done with this. And then Jay, being the nice guy he is, goes, does she want me to just do both of her dogs? And I'm like, don't give her another choice. And this is our, we got 15, 20 people coming to our booth, and I'm coming over, and I'm like, so I couldn't even get to it. I couldn't even ask I'm like, oh, I don't know. Let me find out. And then like an hour later, when I go to look, Annika sends me a message and goes, is it too late to switch to just a jackal? To which I go, absolutely not, because I haven't had a chance to do anything for the last hour anyways. So I immediately walk right over to Jay, and I'm like, Jay, forget about the dog. She wants a jackal. And Jay's like, cool. And that's it. And that was the end of my thing. And then and I didn't have to do anything else with it. I washed my hands of it, and that was it. But yes, that was.
You can see how well it was done. He handed it to me at 5:05 on Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah. When I had to leave for my plane, I was like, Jay, when it's all finished, give it to that guy. The guy in the 4C shirt with the gray hair. He gets the piece. Drop it off with him. I gotta go. I got a plane to catch.
He's so nice, though. I love getting stuff from him.
Yeah, he's a great person. Like I said,
next to us, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's amazing, and we had some great stories we talked to about with him that I'm not going to tell those stories, but just early stuff, because he started basically hanging out with artists and doing stuff when he was super young, when he he was like 13, 14 years old when he was sort of being mentoring with people and doing stuff, or menteeing, I guess you'd say. And it's just, when I knew him, we were both about a year apart, or right in that same area. And so when he started, we were very tight and close, because it was like, it was like 1989, 1990, and all this stuff was happening. And we, so we were around the same age, and we lived in the same town. So we got to know each other really well back then. And so, it's really nice to have somebody like that. You see him do great, and it's great things. And, so I'm happy for everything that he does and all of his works.
I would like to thank everyone at MegaCon, especially Kevin and Constance.
Yes, absolutely.
For just being great. I mean, anything I needed, if I asked Kevin for it, he got it instantly.
Mm-hmm.
Hesitate. And we had some great panels. We had a sketch duel between Bill and Javier that Bill said didn't go so well. Javier said went great. I mean, it's a lot. Somebody said to me, I haven't even watched it yet. So my daughter videotaped it and put it up on the 4C. I haven't even watched it yet. So at some point I'll watch that. And then Bill did a creator spotlight piece, which I didn't see at all. He said it was fantastic. He said he really enjoyed it. The guy asked him the right questions and kept the flow going. So yeah, it was a well-run event. Like I said, they were great to us. Very grateful, to be able to work with the people at Fan Expo and Kevin and Constance particularly. They did a great job. They ran a great show. Don't listen to all the other BS you see on the internet about them or people complaining.
Yeah, they could not have been anything but nice and helping us out with everything we needed. So yeah, kudos.
Absolutely. But I think on that note, I'm going to bed. Thank everybody. If you do want any of those pieces I showed, just reach out and I will get to you at some point. I am going to be, like I said, taking it easy for the next few days so I can be rested and ready for Kansas City.
It's very claimy. This is very claimy. And it's
a day
hands.
How many hands?
It's about 3 hands. So it's about 18 by 20. What is it?
I actually had a
12 by 18.
Saturday night when I was bringing Jeff and Oranga back to my home. I was waiting for them, and I was outside my car in front of the Hyatt. I was just having a nice text conversation with Anthony about shows and things like that. He was telling me how he's done his first few shows and he didn't realize how beat up he was going to be afterwards, and he was asking me how I was feeling. So he's a great guy. Definitely support Anthony Comic Art. He's a good friend. And anybody wants to know about the Assad stuff, he's shipping it this week. The ones that got done. If your stuff didn't get done, he's bringing Assad back in October or September, whenever it is.
No, the first week of October. It's a little more than a month away.
So if you didn't get it in this part, he's going to be finishing them and do it. He didn't want Assad to rush and put out an inferior product, but the time was limited, so he did what he could, and he's going to finish the rush. He's either doing them now and bringing them, or he's going to do them when he's here. I'm sure a little bit of both. But you guys should. I think he's going to start shipping tomorrow or this week, so you guys might start seeing that stuff land.
Right, and I can't wait to start seeing all the stuff that our guys did at MegaCon land, and and I think it's only going to speak to how great the artists we have under our wing are doing. So we're very happy with everything. So
that's all we got, guys. Thank you very much. We will I might do another live show next week, maybe recapping Planet. Talking about some things we have coming up, but hopefully the week after that, we're going to get back to live claims.
Sure. And I'm sure Ken will also do some live stuff from that comic book convention too, because he loves to. So.
Absolutely. So thanks again, everybody. We appreciate you supporting us, and we had a great con, and hopefully this is just the beginning of what 2022 is going to hold for.
Absolutely. And wear your masks and get vaccinated if you haven't yet. Please, 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 please.
Good night.
Good night.